Alright, we are back with another solo leveling Arise video, and today is finally the day. We are getting our first ever Fest Arise units, GUNHEE, for free in about like 12, or not even 12, but 11 and a half hours from now. We are getting the unit for free in our mail, and his banner will also be available to summon. So what we're going to do is kind of break down everything you need to know about GUNHEE, and for free to play wise, whether or not should you continue summoning for the units, in case you are interested in maybe getting copies of GUNHEE. Now, bear in mind that today is, or rather today will be, August 28th on Korean time. So we are not that far away from September content, right? We're not that far off from getting the brand new Dark Hunters and everything and the Dark content. So bear in mind, if you are free to play and you are trying to keep up with the meta, that's, while GUNHEE is going to be a fantastic unit to have, is he going to be relevant for the upcoming content that's planned for September when it comes to fighting Baron and Kaisling, etc.? Probably not. Just because it is going to be heavily revolved around dark units. So just kind of bear that in mind, right? I'm just kind of giving you guys a heads up in case you are thinking of maybe going balls deep on his banner, trying to get the unit maxed out. Because again, while he is a fast unit, he really isn't exactly the greatest unit to have released in this game. So let's kind of take a look at his dupes and see whether or not, what is the most optimal place to go ahead and pull for the unit. If you want to check out Alpha Leaker's video on Nado's channel on actual gameplay of this unit, you can. But from when we saw the video, I did go ahead and say, yeah, I believe Alpha Leaker went ahead and said the same thing. A3 is going to be the most optimal place to get the unit at, because that is when you do gain the Almighty Break. And keep in mind, right, no other unit in the entire game has Almighty Break, so he's going to be our very first unit to go ahead and have this effect, which is going to be great. Almighty Break, you guys know that it is broken, so it is going to be good, generally, right? But when it comes to free-to-play wise, again, it's going to be really hard for me to tell you like how you want to spend your summons. And again, obviously spend as best as you possibly can. Spend wisely, don't summon for units that you really don't need to. But I will say that if you are free to play, because if you don't know, we are getting the units to A1 for free, right? They didn't really mention it in game exactly, but on the forum there is going to be an event, I believe that starts today, in which we are able to get another copy of GUNHEE for free, allowing us to get him to A1. So with that being said, it's like, okay, cool, I get the units to A1, and through the event, you honestly are probably able to get the units, his weapon rather, to A5 for free as well. So you're able to get multiple copies of his weapon, multiple copies of the unit for free. So it's like, well, I mean, if they're already giving us that many investments for GUNHEE, then should we go ahead and max dupe the unit? It's kind of hard for me to say, yeah, because the unit isn't exactly the best out of every single unit that we release in game. So taking a look at his dupes here, right? So Broken Vessel effects applies when user enters the stage, applying the Clean Sweep or Fighting Spirit. It applies the Ruler's Aura effect, and then when a user uses Power of Brilliant Light, then you decrease HP recovery rate by 50%. The Ruler's Aura increase defense by 30%, and also gaining a shield equals to 20% of said defense. And then this becomes heavy attack and increase damage by 30%, and then increases user damage by an extra 30% as well on the Fighting Spirit attack. So bear in mind that when it comes to every other break unit, GUNHEE is going to be more of a break slash, I want to say more of a support than sub DPS. So in comparison to a unit such as maybe like, GUNHEE, for example, which the unit has more, I guess, DPS side of things when it comes to her dupe wise. And not just GUNHEE, right, but also Wu Jinchu is another great unit, another good example of a unit having more offense in regards to his dupe wise. But when it comes to GUNHEE, the unit does have more of a support role, I would say, than DPS. Just kind of reading off it, because again, taking a look at what he can do on the second dupe, you obviously do gain the heavy attack for 15 seconds, abdominal crush, but then you also gain the power of brilliant light, which is affected to your entire team members. For every light team member in the party, increase crit damage by 5% and increase light damage by additional 5% as well, which isn't bad. Break damage by 20%, and then this is where it's going to be really helpful, getting that almighty break and then also getting the defense increase. Again, not really so offense heavy in comparison to the other break units that we have. He is a great unit. Again, if you do want to watch the footage for yourself, feel free to. I think that's going to be the best way of showcasing him, but he's a good unit. And so personally, with that being said, I think honestly, if you are close to pity, okay, this is just based on free to play summons. If you're paid to win, then obviously you're probably gonna get the unit maxed out. But if you are free to play, you don't have a lot of summons. If you are close to pity, I would honestly say maybe try to get the unit to A3. I know it's going to be very, very hard because, you know, you have a chance of losing your 50-50 on the third copy. And that's if you are on the guaranteed rate up, by the way. If you aren't close to your pity, I would honestly say skip. I would honestly say skip. And plus, bear in mind that you don't have to summon for the unit today, right? You can obviously summon for him in like a week and a half. Maybe the same day his banner does leave. But I just want to go ahead and wait for you guys to go ahead and, you know, wait until you summon, wait until us content creators go ahead and show off what he can really do with all the artifact sets and everything, to kind of see if you do want to make that investment in summoning from. Because bear in mind that I feel like a lot of people are also waiting to go ahead and get dues for Hunting Me, because she's a great unit, right? I managed to get mine to A1. Where is she actually? I haven't used this unit in a minute. Hunting Me, where are you? Yeah, I got my unit to A1, so I'm very satisfied with where she is at right now, and I don't think I'm gonna get her to A3. Just truth be told, I'll probably start saving for the Dark Hunter in September. But I think for when he does drop later tonight, I'll probably get the 1 copy. I'll start building him up, get the artifact sets and everything, showcase him, and then you guys get to see how he is at A0. And then whenever we do get the units at A1, then I will also showcase him there. But again, bear in mind that he is given out free. Okay, so you don't need to summon. And honestly, if you are free to play, I would highly recommend that you don't summon for him today. If you do want to summon for him, wait, don't summon for him today, because I would hate for you guys to go ahead and summon for a unit that really isn't worth the extra dupe wise, and then it's like, well, crap, all the Dark Hunters are releasing in September. And if you watched my other video the other day, when it comes to Dark Hunters, they're not really that strong at the moment, right? They definitely do need some replacements. So I feel like whenever September comes around and all the new Dark Hunters are being released, even though they are lollies, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Most likely they will be really good units, just kind of replacing the dark units that we have right now. So that is my honest opinion, and that is what I would recommend for you free to play or even low spenders on what to do when it comes to GUNHEE dropping tonight. And then when it comes to this weapon, again, you are getting hella copies for this unit, right? So you don't have to worry about, you know, putting out resource when it comes to your weapon materials or whatnot. You're getting a lot of resource to go ahead and build this weapon and get it to A5 for free. So I'm saving all mine currently. Right now I have, how many do I have? I have 110, and for GUNHEE I have 20. And probably through building the unit, etc., I'm probably able to get him to, honestly, I might be able to get his weapon beyond A5, truth be told, but we'll go ahead and see. And plus, there's plenty of time for the 100-day celebration. Yeah, another 15 days. So, and bear in mind, by the way, we have the chapter 2 dropping in a day and 11 hours, and I imagine that we are getting more rewards on top of that. So yeah, there you go. I think that's the best way of me saying it. But anyways, let me know your hype for tonight, and if you are pay to win, let me know how many summons you have planned for GUNHEE, and will you be getting the unit to A5 immediately. But free to play, I would honestly wait. I know it's gonna be very, very, very tempting to summon and just, you know, go balls deep on his banner, but save. You already get the 1 copy for free. That is a big, big W in my eyes. All right, on it there. Take care. Peace.